folks? Well, it's Alan Ribble again, coming back at you from Ozark Mountain Outdoor Adventures. Okay, well, this is the first video of several videos I'm doing as far as self-filming camera gear. And I think I'm going to just kind of lump this first group together. What I'm going to be doing is the Manfrotto tripod, which is the MVK 500 190X3. I know that's a mouthful, but that's what it's called. With the 500 series fluid head, and also the VariZoom VZ Stealth Miniature Control. So basically, I mean, this is an awesome combination. So I was a little bit blown away when I received this in the mail. I did not know what quite to expect. I had never used a fluid head before, but there is a lot of control in this head on being able to it is super smooth, and you have a lot of control and a lot of adjustment in this fluid head. And also, I'm a easy disconnect kind of guy with these basic tripods I'm using. I like the quick disconnect feature, and one thing that this has is if I can get it to come off here on video, is this plate here that goes right into the bottom of your camera. So this is tucked away when you get in to position. I mean, basically it goes right together. Tighten it down, you're good to go. So I really like that aspect side of things. It makes the setup and tear down super easy. But I mean, the quality in these Manfrotto products is really unbelievable, and I hope that I can, you know, go into detail enough to help you get an informed decision. But really, I mean, it is worth looking at. And you can come to your own decision. But I mean, the rubberized grip texture on these is, I mean, it's superb. The only drawback and downside I can find with this setup is the tripod itself. I mean, it's super heavy. It's an 11-pound tripod, and this, to be honest with you, this fluid head, I mean, it's a double-sided fluid head, is chunky as well. So you're just adding to it. The arm handle here, the grab handle here, is long too. So this is a big setup. You have to have a setup to pack this in, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to get in. There's some girth to it. I mean, this is the heaviest thing I was carrying there right after the first year, 2018, January 1st. I was carrying this around in the woods. But anyway, one of the things I was looking at, I knew that I was going to be using this for self-filming hunts, and to be able to extend these legs flat, and you know, you can do it. Maybe I can do that here in just a moment and put it on the C40 there. The 440, but basically this will come all the way up here, and these will extend out like this, and you can really get this as low to the ground as you can. And that was one of the things that I wanted in this tripod, and I'm definitely impressed with it. It is a quality product, and again, there's a lot of things you can do with it. But my main purchase here was the 500 series fluid head. I'm planning on using it in the tree more than on the ground. I knew I was going to be needing a tripod. This is the tripod that I selected, and had a lot to do with the packaging and pricing of the two items together. Was cheaper than actually buying them separate. So that was a major determining factor on this purchase. So you're moving on to the VariZoom's VZ Stealth Miniature Control. It was a little bit pricey, to be honest with you. I had a hard time pulling the trigger to make the purchase, but I had to have a one-handed function control. I mean, everything is on here. You have your on, you have your record, you have your focus, you have your zoom, everything one-handed operation. You know, last year I was running the camera, I was doing the zoom, and it didn't even have a forward-backward toggle zoom. The C40 has a side-to-side zoom. It's a little bit awkward, it's a little bit tiny. If you leave the windows open for a while, it'll go dark on you. So there was a lot of things I was having to do. That this right here solves a lot of these problems. Not to mention it was a friction head on there, and this is just super smooth, folks. I mean, super smooth. It makes up for the weight. When you're hiking way into the woods, every ounce counts. If you're taking an extra magazine for your sidearm, I mean, every ounce counts. Your water supply, everything counts. This fluid head weight matters. This 11-pound tripod, every ounce counts. Every weight matters. But it is super smooth. And this, the VariZoom stealth zoom, really is going to be a key factor in this season hunts. Just to be able to. I'm primarily going to be running the camera this year, but on the days that it's my turn to hunt, I want the operation to be as simple as possible, so I can hand this to someone who doesn't do it every day, is fairly new to it, and be able to get a hold of it and in a matter of moments be able to get in the hunt, get in the action. And this is what's going to make it happen. And again, it was $96 for this little control. Basically, it plugs right in to the Canon G40, and you're good to go. I mean, setup, breakdown is moments. It just takes a moment. It goes right on, right off, no problem at all. You know, when you're working in the dark, 20 foot up a tree, you want things to be simple. And this is easy function, but I wanted everything to be at my fingertips. And so this is a little bit long, but all in all, I mean, the camera arm itself is going to have to be waist high or lower, because the limbs of your bow is going to hang down, and you do not want that camera arm to interfere with your shot. So for it being as low as possible, you need to have as long as reach as possible, because you just never know how. I mean, when you expect them to come this way, they usually come from the opposite direction. So you want to be able to make those big turns. You want it to be very smooth. The friction head, I mean, it worked well for the cost involved there, but you can hear the friction involved. This is super smooth, folks. I mean, it's like butter. It's like butter. And so extremely happy with it. I'm really anxious to get up in the tree with this setup. I'm going to be putting it on the Muddy Outfitter camera arm. That was my primary intention of making this when I made this purchase, not on the tripod. I love the tripod. It's a little bit heavy for my taste. But I'm not in the market for another tripod for many years. When I do purchase another tripod, it's definitely going to be carbon fiber, but they're about double the cost or more for the carbon fiber. And I know where that money's going now after having this. I thought, dear Lord, I'm not paying that for a tripod. And it's still outrageous, but that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the lightweight of the carbon fiber. It's probably half the weight of what you're doing, and you know, when every ounce counts, it's important to be able to you know, pack in everything that you need. So anyway, I hope I have covered everything. Again, this folds out down. The fluid head comes off. This reverses, and basically these legs, I'm going to incorporate some video. The legs fold out completely, but all in all, I believe I paid $266 for the fluid head tripod and $96 for the VariZoom stealth miniature control. and you know, it's not for everybody, but you know, I was looking at what the professionals are using, and this is what the professionals are using right here, folks. So if you want to get into the game and start off with what the big dogs are using, this is what they're using. I know that I'm little Joe Blow out there, but you need every advantage that you can get, and definitely would recommend these combination products. Again, I'm going to be doing a follow-up video after we get some time in the field. Again, I've taken this on a couple coyote hunts with the Canon G40, and the Canon G40 is just awesome in low light conditions, folks. It's a big difference between the 30 and the 40s, those low light conditions. But I'm real, you know, I took it on some coyote hunts, but I'm super stoked to get out there and do what I love, which is bow hunt. So anyway, but we'll be following back up on some follow-ups on after we have some time in the field, and tell you what my thoughts are on how their performance is. But anyway, thank you again so much for staying tuned with us. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can always check out some of the other reviews we're doing. Again, I got some of those camera bag reviews. I've also got some Glock reviews. If you scroll down a little bit, it's been a few months ago, but I got, you know, some Glock pistol reviews on there. But anyway, thanks again for staying tuned with us, and hope to see you again.